Hey everybody, I'm Jacob Castro and welcome to another live stream here on Jacob's Aquarium. Um, this is the second one I've done so far after my new computer build, so I'm hoping this one goes okay. The first one, the kind of test one that I did, didn't do too well. So I'm hoping that this one goes smooth and the audio is okay and everything. Hey everybody, I'm Jacob Castro and let me turn that off. Okay. Um okay, so basically on these live shows I just answer questions from you guys and give you guys updates on maybe the channel or something, I guess. One thing I did want to talk about was our shipping schedule when it came to plants, because a lot of people ask me all the time, like, why are you out of stock all the time? Like, you never have plants in stock on your website. And it's not that I'm always out of stock. It's just that when I post plants for sale, like, I mean, literally within days, they're sold out again, So it's kind of been hard for me to keep up. And I'm not this big, giant, warehouse pet store. So I can't really, keep a lot of plants here. What I order is pretty small. And so it only lasts for a short time. Um, so I do my best to get shipments at least every week. This week was a little rough for me because I was building, or the last couple of weeks were a little rough because I was building the new computer and stuff, and that took up a lot of my time, and I have some other issues that I had to attend to. But now I'm kind of getting back on a schedule, and I should be getting shipments every either Thursday or Friday or every Monday. That seems to be the schedule right now that I can keep. So if plants are out of stock, you can expect them to be back in stock on Thursday or Friday or Monday. So for those of you asking, that answers that question. And as far as the plants we do have in stock, I'm always working on building, our inventory and adding new and exciting plants, species, whatever you want to call, as much as I can. It's just a matter of what's available and the demand for them as well. Because a lot of people ask me for some really odd named plants, and it's like I can get them, but is there a big market for them, And there's order minimums that I have to go by from my distributors, and I can't invest a lot of money into one plant that only one person's going to buy one of, So there are some plants I simply cannot sell on the website, but I know people want them. It's just, they have to be in big demand in order for me to get them on the website. So it's pretty, it's not the easiest thing to just add a new plant, a new species to the website. While I would love to just add, hundreds of species of plants to the website, I just physically and emotionally, I just could not do that. It would just be impossible. But, nonetheless, I do my best to see what I can get on the website. We did actually add flame moss and weeping moss and Christmas moss onto the website, which is something new. For only $5.99, by the way. A lot of other websites are charging far more than that, so it's a pretty good price for that. But I think, yeah, we added 3 of those mosses, and I was trying to think of another one, but yeah, so it's three new mosses on the website: weeping moss, Christmas moss, and flame moss. And I also added a new Liquidia species called Liquidia Red, which is absolutely stunning. If you look at the picture that we have of it on jacobsaquarium.com, it's just mind-blowing. The color in this plant is just so beautiful. It's one of the most beautiful plants that I've ever seen so far. I mean, there are a lot of beautiful plants in the hobby, but the red plants, for some reason, they kind of get you. I think that's why a lot of people ask for them all the time, because red plants have that unique, I don't know, it's just they have this look with the red color that just really gets you. So it's a really beautiful plant. That one I'm out of stock of, as you can probably understand. On the website, that one sold pretty fast as well. I believe I got that one up there. Um, I want to say last Thursday, I think, and I think it only took a couple days for it to sell out. Yeah, I was really really surprised, and I think it's mainly because I posted a picture of it on Facebook, and everybody just went like, "Wow, look at that!" The red colored plant. It's awesome. So, oh, finally we got somebody in the chat room. Been waiting for that. Just want to sit here rambling on the entire show. What? House Sarah. Okay, weird username. Hello. How are you? Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Do I not look okay? Alrighty. Wow. If you're going to say that stuff to me, you're going to be blocked. Sorry. That's the thing about these live shows. You never know what somebody is going to say in the chat. It's hilarious. But anyways, like I was saying, so yeah, those are the new plants that we added to the website. The Liquidia Red is, like I said, really beautiful. I'm almost sad that I have to get rid of it. I really wish I could keep some for myself. That's the thing, is that, I mean, I started this business and I sell all these plants, but I still don't have a tank for myself to like enjoy and, and a aquascape and stuff. It's just all holding tanks that really don't look that pretty. Look a bit pale. Have you been eating correctly? I think it's the lights in here. I have these big lights on in front of me so I can properly illuminate everything. People were saying it was really dark last time. I like your username, by the way. LOL rolling on the floor laughing 5. You must be really happy. I mean, I could probably change the white balance on the camera to make me not look pale, but I don't know. It's just bright. Jack Shepard. Hey, Jacob. Big shout out from England. Love your channel. Keep up the good work. Thanks. Thanks, Jake. Really appreciate it. From England, too. I've always wanted to visit England. I always wanted to go to the UK. It looks so cool. Well, I always wanted to go to the UK and take a ride on the London Eye. That big Ferris wheel. Looks so cool. Angry Burmese. Hello, sir. Hello. How are you, sir? How can I help you, sir? I guess this live stream is going good because I don't think there's any audio or video issues, so that's good. Maybe we'll get on a roll here. Get a good system going here so that we get some good quality live shows. Which, by the way, I think you guys can probably see that, but you see that big, right there. You see that big Madagascar lace plant right there? That thing is freaking awesome. That's like one of the first Madagascar lace plants that I've had that's gotten that big, and it actually produced a flower spike as well. It looks really, really cool. And I have that one on the website too if anybody wants to buy that one. That's taking up a lot of room in the tank, and of course I don't just want to throw it away, so I have to sell it or something. But it's super, super cool. The first time my dad saw it, he was like, is that plant fake? And I'm like, no, Dad. He's like, but it has all these holes in it. And I'm like, it's a Madagascar lace plant. Of course, he doesn't know that, Jake Shepard, there's nothing to do here. I want to travel America, Route 66 and planning. Oh, in England? Oh, well, I mean, I can understand that, traveling, I guess. I don't know what there is to see over there if you travel the UK, um, but I've always wanted to visit nonetheless. Angry Burmese. I was a fish enthusiast when I was young. Kept everything from swordtails to koi. I tried keeping discus, but they're too delicate. Yeah, discus can be delicate. I mean, you just gotta watch them. Just gotta watch your water parameters. Plants were hard to keep with koi. Well, yeah. Koi naturally eat, or omnivores, so they eat plants in the wild. Sim J Chong, sell it to me. It's on the website. You can buy it. $25.99. I know there's going to be some people like, oh my God, that's so expensive. It's a big plant. It took a long time to get that big. So it's going to be pricey. Yes, I was sad the last time I saw this test. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I apologize for that. I was just shipping out all the or ship. What did I say shipping? I was testing out the new computer, seeing how well the live stream worked. But I got it down. It works much better now, and as you can see, the frame rate is very smooth. I think I'm getting about 30 frames per second. So awesome. Oh, by the way, guys, I wanted to tell you, I started a new channel dedicated to technology because my second to the last video that I made recently about my new computer, people kind of got pissed off that I uploaded it here. I guess they figured that I should create a technology channel and upload those videos there. I mean, all I was doing was just trying to share it with you guys, the new build and everything, but I guess people didn't like that. So I created a new channel specifically dedicated to technology. For those of you interested, I will include a link in the chat right now. Oh, that's not it. I'll include a link there so you guys can go subscribe to the channel if you want to. It's called the Tech Castro. I couldn't think of another name. So I chose that, and it's not coming up. Why? Hold on. Oh, I think I posted it on Facebook. I can look at it there. I'm gonna get to your questions, guys, in a second. Just let me get this link. Let me get this link for you. There it is. Okay. So I can't actually get my own custom URL yet on YouTube because I guess I have to have like 500 subscribers and the channel has to be 30 days old or something, so that channel's not. Okay, so here's the link, guys, to the... Oh, what? Comments can't contain links. Please put the link in your video description and refer to it in the comment. So I can't even post links in my own chat room or my own live show here on YouTube. Wow, okay. I guess so. Well, anyways, guys, I can't really do that, but... Here, you can probably do this instead. You can go to my Facebook page, facebook.com/Jacob's Aquarium, and the link to the new channel is there. Okay, all right. I guess YouTube doesn't realize that I'm the one live streaming, so I should be able to post comments in my own chat room, but whatever. Fish Forever, hello, Fish Forever. How are you? Maz Osmark, how is the job at the pet shop going? I no longer work at that pet store. I am all on my own now, doing my own thing with my own business. Opinion on DIY root tabs and discus. Should be fine. Should be fine as long as there's not anything harmful in the root tabs. As long as there's no chemicals or anything that's harmful to fish in general. You should try Ustream. Yeah, but if I was on Ustream, nobody would watch it because everybody's here on YouTube. So I did actually try that before. I did try streaming on Ustream, Justin TV, a lot of different websites, but I think even Blog TV as well. But nobody watched because everybody's here on YouTube. So Um, Fish fanatic. I don't know why people give you so much hate and negativity. It makes me sad. Well, you know what? That's just the world we live in. That's all I can say to that. There are a lot of people on YouTube that like to watch videos and are positive people, leave good comments, like your videos, and make you feel happy. And there are people that are simply just haters, as they are known, and dislike your videos, leave nasty comments and stuff. And all you can do is just ignore them. That's all you can do is just ignore them. That's what I've done. That's what I've done my whole life. Even throughout high school, when I was bullied in high school, I just ignored them, and eventually they stopped. You know, and it's even funnier too, because when you ignore the haters and when you ignore a bully, it actually makes them seem stupid. Because no matter what they try to do, they can't get the reaction they're trying to provoke out of you. So eventually they just give up, because they don't want to look retarded. Or sorry, I shouldn't use retarded. It's not a such a great word, but stupid, I guess I should say. So that's that. I've been on YouTube for years, and I've just learned to just not pay attention to the haters anymore. And I mean the whole like and dislike thing, like, where people automatically, like, or somebody, I don't know who it is, but like somebody automatically dislikes my videos as soon as they're uploaded. I mean, for people that do that, it's like, do they really think like that's going to like hurt my feelings or something? It's a dislike button. It's not like, in the entire world button for Jacob Castro. I mean, it's just funny how people that are haters think that like they're accomplishing something by disliking my videos. It's so hilarious, but they do it. So as I said, I've just learned to just ignore them. You don't give them any attention. All you focus on and give your attention to is all the positive and happy people that are watching your videos and like your content and leave you good comments. That's all you focus on. So, wow, sorry to hear. I guess sweet if you can make a living just from YouTube and your website, though. Well, it's not really a living. I mean, I'm making money. I'm making sufficient money to to, I guess, survive, but it's not money that's like a living, like where it's paying for a car, a place to live. I mean, it's not a lot of money. And that's a big misconception people have. They think when you have a YouTube channel that's like almost 20,000 subscribers, or even over 10,000 subscribers, you're rich. You have like thousands of dollars coming in a month, and that's not happening. And I do make pretty good money on my website as well, but it's still it's not enough to make a living from. I mean, the plant market here in the United States, while it's growing, it's not, it doesn't have the customer base as other products, that are really popular, like electronics, for example, like the iPhone. you know, it's not, it doesn't have a customer base that's so large where if you start a business in the plant hobby, and you have a way to get customers, market your website or your business, that doesn't guarantee that you're going to make a lot of money and make a living from it, because there just aren't enough people to buy plants, on that basis, so that somebody can make a living from it. But nonetheless, I mean, I appreciate, what I get from it. And of course, it's nice being able to have some extra income. Most of it I put back into my production. I recently spent $2,000 on a new computer to do these live streams and, edit videos in a more timely manner. So that was a pretty good chunk of the profit that I made from my website. That was almost, I would say, close to like 80% of my profit for a while. So that was a pretty big investment. But yeah, so I mean, most of my earnings I put back into my production to just continue upgrading stuff and bringing you guys quality content here on YouTube. I really feel that that's important too, because if you don't have good quality content, you don't have good audio, you can't edit your videos, well, you can't, you know, have a certain level of quality period for your content. You kind of lose a lot of viewers that, that's solely what they look for in the stuff that they watch. I mean, there are people that watch videos on YouTube that simply won't watch a video that has like really crappy audio, like, like it's all scratchy audio and you can barely hear the person talking. And there's other people that are like so strict about video quality. Like some people now that 4K is becoming popular, they're like not even paying attention to 1080p videos anymore, which is sad because it's like, I mean, I don't know, it's just moving really fast. I mean, 1080p is like, I mean that used to be the thing, and now everybody wants 4K and stuff. So that's probably going to be something I'll have to upgrade as well as buying a 4K camera because 1080p is simply not going to cut it. So, but yeah, a majority of what I make goes back into my production, and it helps me do all this and keep the quality level up. So, James D, your videos are spot on, mate. Your videos have helped me out so much. Thanks from Australia. Oh, cool, Australia. Another country I've always wanted to visit. Excuse me. It's funny when people come into the chat room and they talk about like where they're from and stuff, or they say stuff like that, like, "Oh, thanks from here, thanks from there." It's funny because like all these countries that people are from or are talking about are places I've wanted to visit for my whole life. It's really funny. Like on the last live show, I think there was somebody from Japan and England and Ireland, and those are all countries I've wanted to visit. So it's so funny. But awesome. Australia, I've always wanted to go there too. But I am afraid, though. I'm very afraid because I've heard that there are a lot of deadly creatures in Australia. I don't know how people live a normal life there sometimes. Like, I guess there's this. I was watching it the other day. There's this spider called a funnel web spider, and I guess sometimes people will find them in the filter sections to their pools. And if the spider falls into the water, it will not drown. It'll actually stay alive for, I believe, up to 30 minutes. So, meaning that if you stepped on it, you can get bit and potentially die. And the bite will kill you in, I think they said like 2 or 3 minutes. So that alone scares the crap out of me. I don't know how people live in Australia and, they're not like afraid to like walk places because, like, I mean, they're everywhere, but I guess it's just you got to be careful. I mean, here in America, we have a lot of deadly spiders. Like the black widow spider is really popular in California. So I mean, I guess to avoid that, I don't stick my hands into any black dark places. So I guess maybe that's what they do in Australia. They just avoid jumping right into their pools, maybe. But I don't know. That's kind of scared me when I've seen stuff like that about Australia. But nonetheless, it's a beautiful country. Lots of stuff to see, I bet. So. How many tanks do I own? I own 2 tanks, an 80-gallon and a 50-gallon. They're both holding tanks for the plants. For the plants that are for sale on the website. Let's see if I got some more questions up here. Would you ever keep a monster tank? Yeah, if I can afford it. I mean, my dream tank would ultimately be a 1,000-gallon, possibly even bigger than that. 1,000-gallon tropical fish tank, 1,000-gallon tropical fish tank with maybe 1 or 2 Asian arowanas. That would be my dream tank because Asian arowana is my favorite. It's my favorite fish. No, what are you going live now? I'm going to my local fish store. No, I want to watch. Come on. I'm sorry, Nick's Aquatics, but hey, listen to this, okay? All the live shows are uploaded as a pre-recorded show on my YouTube channel afterwards. So, I mean, it's not live, but you can still watch the show after you get back from your local fish store. Herps Fish, whatever happened to your shisha channel? Well, I was a pretty big shisha smoker, and before I go any further, shisha is not weed. People always think that shisha is like some type of drug. Shisha is tobacco, but it's more of like a fruity, perfume scented tobacco. It's what they smoke in the Middle East mostly. But I was a huge shisha smoker. I loved shisha. I mean, there are so many different flavors, guys. It's insane. And especially like the really big clouds you can create. You take a drag on the shisha pipe, and you blow out the smoke. It's like so much smoke. It's crazy. But um, the reason why I stopped was because, for one, I was trying to quit smoking, period. I was a shisha smoker, a cigar smoker, a cigarette smoker. Um, I didn't smoke weed. I didn't smoke weed. Let me just make that clear. I didn't smoke weed, but I smoked a lot of tobacco. And it was really taking a toll on my health. And being that I'm so young, it was kind of crazy that like I was already almost close to getting chronic bronchitis, because of all the smoking I've done. Um, so I decided to quit shisha because the doctor told me it was pretty harmful to my health, and it was doing damage to my lungs, I guess. Um, Shisha, I guess, since you take such big inhales, every time you inhale the tobacco, it really does more damage to your lungs than smoking cigarettes, which makes sense because, like, when I had my hookah and I was, smoking shisha, like, the drags that I would take were like super, super deep, and you have to be able to get, a decent amount of smoke. I mean, if you just like puffed away, or if you just puffed it, like a little tiny little drags, you wouldn't get anything. So, I mean, that's understandable that, that could do damage when you're taking a really deep inhale of tobacco. So I quit that because it wasn't doing anything good for my health. I loved it. It was fun smoking it with friends and stuff, but it just, it just wasn't doing anything good for me. I did continue to smoke cigarettes though, which was an unfortunate thing. I smoked for like, I think 7 or 8 years, and I actually just recently quit 2 months ago. So 2 months, let's give me a big round of applause. I quit 2 months ago, so I'm hoping I can, stick with that. I mean, I feel so much better. Um, you know, it feels so much better now that I've stopped smoking. So I quit cigars. I quit shisha, hookah, whatever you want to call it. I quit cigarettes, just because I just want to live a healthier life. But I do miss it every day. I mean, smoking was one of the most favorite things that I love to do. Having a drink and a smoke at the same time to me was just like, oh, it was just everything. It was just so, so good. And it's been especially hard because it's like now, like whenever I hang out with friends or when I visit family, like now I don't know what to do. Like, I mean, I can drink, but I'm going to want to smoke. I'm going to have a craving for a smoke too. So I try not to do either. So now, hanging out with friends is kind of boring, but, I mean, hey, it's for my health. If I want to be around, to see all the great things we're going to do in the future, I have to be healthy. So, yeah. Yep. Please stick to not smoking. I'm trying my best. Giovanni Ramirez edibles. Mm, Even if, oh man, I don't know how we started talking about weed or marijuana, but I mean, even if I did find an edible that I liked, I probably wouldn't do it because I don't know, I'm just not the marijuana type guy, I guess you could say. And plus, it's illegal here, unless you have a medical card. And I can't get a medical card because I'm a gun owner. I guess we have a certain rule in California where, or actually, I'm pretty sure it's nationwide, but I'm pretty sure that, like, if you own a gun, you can't have a medical marijuana card. I don't know why they have that law because it seems stupid to me because it's like, I mean, okay, maybe I get the point of like somebody that's on a mind altering drug can do something bad with a gun, but for the most part, it's like, when you get high, I mean, you're not so high that you can't comprehend something that's bad, but whatever, that's our law. And so even if I wanted to get a medical card, I couldn't. And like I said, I'm not that kind of guy. I'm a guy that just likes to, likes not to do drugs. So anyways, let's get to the questions. La, 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 la. Are you and your Mexican heritage, right? Habla español. Sí, poquito español. Not mucho. Yeah, my dad is Mexican. He's from Mexicali, Mexico, and my mom is from California, Southern California. So I am half Mexican, half American, but I don't know a lot of Spanish, which really sucks too, because like half my family is Mexican, and like m- most of them are like so Mexican that like all they speak is Spanish, and I can't talk to them. It's weird, but somehow we still make it work. I'm half Swedish and living in Sweden now. It's super illegal to own a gun. I know that, unfortunately. Why would anyone need guns? Well, simply for self-protection. I mean, if you don't have a gun, it's kind of hard to, protect yourself when somebody breaks into your home with a knife or a bat. Not to mention you have to get close to the guy that's breaking into your house with a knife or a bat. So, I mean, I'd rather have a gun to, do the job at a distance and not put myself in danger. So it's just all about self-protection. I mean, and also, I mean, for me, owning a gun is also like, I guess you could say it's kind of a hobby, because I mean, I enjoy going to the range and, shooting targets and stuff. And I mean, it's just fun, but I mean, the majority or the big reason why people own guns in the United States is because for self-protection. I mean, if everything, if this country was the safest country on earth and there was absolutely zero crime, I would say, yeah, I don't need to own a gun. Who cares? There's no crime. Nobody's getting raped, murdered, beaten to death, or robbed, or who cares? I'm not going to own a gun. But unfortunately, our world, or I should say our country, is not so lucky. So there are just certain things that you have to do to protect yourself. And that's why I own a gun. And that's why people need guns, I guess. So how many tanks do you have at the moment? I have 2 tanks. I really want to have more, but I don't think the insurance for my apartment would allow me to do that, unfortunately. Because if we had an earthquake, oh my God, could you imagine? Like if I had like a giant tank, fall in this room during an earthquake, and especially since I live in California, earthquake-prone California, that would just be disastrous. So no. Walking in the local fish store. See you guys later. Okay, Nick, have fun. Check out all the fish. Have fun. I love going to local fish store too. It's always an adventure. Have I ever had any large oddball fish? I think the only one I had that was kind of like a large oddball fish was a silver arowana a long time ago when I was a kid, though. I think that was the only one, though. Why don't you make your fish room update? Sure, I can make a fish room update. That'd be fun. Thanks for the recommendation. Yeah, I was climbing a tree with my mate to the treehouse we made when we were little. It was on. Milk Crayson wasn't happy to see us. All fine, good, though didn't die. Okay. Don't know what that. I don't know. Can you put multiple dwarf Grammys in a tank, male and female? You should. I haven't really had a problem with them being territorial or hostile against each other, so I think they should be fine. Can we talk about the fish hobby? Absolutely. Absolutely. I was just answering questions people asking me. It's super illegal to own guns in the UK, but I think it's okay if no one has guns, then you don't need guns to protect yourself. Uh, I really don't want to get into that, because when I get into a gun debate with somebody, I get pretty passionate. But if no one has guns and you don't need to protect yourself, that's a very condescending thing to say, because anything can be a weapon and anything can be deadly. So if it's not guns, people are going to use knives, bats, pieces of glass, rocks. I mean, that's not really, that's not really the best thing to say. Talking about funnel web, sorry, failed. Oh, the funnel web spiders. Okay, gotcha. Focus on education, police, protection, and allowance from the government can prevent violence more than privately owned guns. Education, police, protection, and allowance. Okay, well, if that's what it takes to fix the gun issue here in America, our president, our government is not doing a damn thing in regards to that, because there is nothing right now being focused on education or educating people that do bad things with guns. That's not happening. And not to mention, we can't force them into those education programs, so they're going to choose not to do it anyway. So I mean, you see, guys, it's just there's really not much you can say that really is a solution to any gun problem, because we have freedom in this country, and you can't force people to not be criminals, and you can only discipline them, and hopefully they learn their lesson. But most of the time, that doesn't happen. Why do I have tiny bugs in my tank? I do not have fish yet. They eat my plants. I don't know. I don't know what kind of bugs you have. You can get guns in the UK, just not automatic military weapons. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. How did the Tropica plants sell? They sold very well. As you can see, those are all the ones I have left right there on that little display right there. I think, though, I'm pretty sure 5 of those are sold. So I think I only have about 10 or so cups left. So, I mean, I had 150. So to have only 10 left, that was awesome. So they sold pretty well. Thank you. Thank you. Would you do discus in the 80 gallon? I would love to. The thing is that the 80 gallon is a holding tank, and discus are pretty skittish, So me reaching in all the time, grabbing plants and packaging plants and everything, that's going to disturb them a lot, and that wouldn't be the best thing. So while I would love to put discus in the 80 gallon, which I can get some really awesome discus with the connections I have to different distributors here in California, but like I said, it's a holding tank, and they'd be too scared. So, what fishes do I have now? Right now, I have auto sinkless catfish, and I think about 30 or so neon tetras. I guess I do agree about how anything can be a weapon. So yeah, you have made me think. So thank you. It would be easier taking me. Yes. I'm glad that that you kind of understood where I was coming from. It would be much easier to take an enemy down at a distance with a gun. Yes, it would. I pray to God every day that I don't have to ever be put in that situation, because I do not want to have to, do anything like that. I think that's one of the biggest fears gun owners have, is having to actually use lethal force. I hope that I never have to do that, though. So I really just want to own my gun just to go to the range and have fun, shoot targets and stuff. I really don't want to ever have to worry about using it, in a situation like that. But if somebody breaks into my house and I'm in danger, my family is in danger, it's there to protect my life. So that's that. Ozzy the Oscar, Jacob, please, can I have your thoughts? I have gravel substrate. Is it safe to add a layer laterite layer and cap off with gravel, then replace all fish straight away? Would this layer cause ammonia problems? It's hard to say, Ozzy the Oscar. Laterite layer. Okay, is laterite a type of substrate? I'm not familiar with that, so let me know. Hi, do you currently have any saltwater tanks going? Nope, not at the moment. I want to get goldfish in my big tank, but I have a turtle there now, and I love my turtle. Yeah, turtles are pretty cool too. What's your favorite fish and favorite plants? My favorite fish is the Asian arowana, in particular the gold or the red one. And my favorite plant of all time would have to be the Madagascar lace plant. The one actually I just actually talked about that plant right there, that big Madagascar lace plant. That's my favorite type of plants. Julian, almost, can you show us your guns? Nah, we're not going to do that today. I think it'd be better I don't, because that would spark a whole bunch of arguments and stuff. People get really passionate, when they talk about stuff like that. I started a reef tank, and they're awesome. Cool. Reef tanks are pretty cool. Jacob, what pH are your tanks at? I have no idea. I mean, that's one of the things I really don't do with my aquariums is I don't really test my water parameters for pH, ammonia, or anything. I mean, I haven't had issues at all, so I really don't feel the need to. If I was having like a lot of fish die off or a fish dying off every day or plants dying, then I would test it. But I mean, I haven't had any issues since the start of both the tanks, so I don't test my water. Period. You know. Oh, fleas. I have fleas in my aquarium. What do I do? Fleas in your aquarium? Never heard of that. I'm not sure what you can do. I would say um, maybe get some fish that eat insects. If a flea is an insect, there are fish called mosquito fish that do eat mosquito larvae. So maybe that would help. Elvin, do me a can you please start a gaming channel? I actually have. I actually have. If you go to my Facebook page, on my Facebook page, facebook.com/Jacobs Aquarium, there is a link to my new gaming channel, and it's called the Tech Castro. So don't type it into YouTube and search for it because I tried that and it doesn't come up yet. So just go to my Facebook page, facebook.com/Jacobs Aquarium, and you'll see the link there on my timeline to my new channel. So on that channel, I'm just going to be uploading a bunch of gaming stuff. I'm really big on this new game called City Skylines, so I'm making a bunch of videos about that. And then also it's going to be about tech too, so I'll probably share some tips and tricks about tech and make some videos about my new PC build. So there we go. There you go. For people that wanted me to start a gaming channel or tech channel, I finally have done it. Hold up your arm and say it's a gun. It's the gun show. What? No, I don't want to do that. If your favorite fish is arowana, then why are you into plantation tank? What? I don't understand. Fish fanatic, when is the next order of plants coming in? Is pearl weed maintainable with only liquid fertilizers? The next plant shipment should be coming in on Monday. And pearl weed is growable with only liquid fertilizers, but I would say, kind of give it some good light too. I mean, it doesn't have to be highlight, but give it some good quality light as well. Actually, I have to close my blinds because the sun is shining bright in my room. It is too bright, so I'm going to close it. I will be right back. Whoa, Jesus. What the hell? I rolled over the cord to my microphone. Okay. I'm going to close my blinds really quick. Okay. Whoa, it is really bright now. Man, those studio lights that I bought are really doing their job. For those of you guys that don't know, I bought some studio. What the hell am I on? Oh shit! Oh my god! All these cables everywhere. Urgh. All right. I bought some studio lights because people were saying last time it was really focus. Ooh, it's too bright. Okay. Oh, it automatically adjusts. Urgh. Not good. Let me look at the settings really quick. Change this crap. Let me change this camera. So ridiculous. Can't believe. Whoa, no. That's contrast. Let's change the brightness. There. Oh, no, not the brightness. That's too. Actually, you know what? Maybe I can just turn off. I can probably just turn off one of my lights. How about that? Almost knocked something over. Hold on. Oh, shit. God, what is going on with me? I'm knocking everything over. Okay. Very bright. Ugh. Okay, whatever. We'll leave it like that. Oh my goodness. My chair is on something right now. What in the world? Oh. during a live show, anything will happen, and and it you will be able to see. So look what look what just happened. My wheel came off from my chair. I'm just sitting here wheeling around, and then whoa, freaking goes back. My wheel just came off from my chair. Oh my God. There is probably like, oh, that's like 3 years worth of dust in there. Ew. Oh my God. Wow. Okay. The dust got on my hands. Oh, gross. That's nasty. Let me see if I can put this wheel back in. Whoa. Jesus. I'm going to fall. Oh my God. Oh my God. What in the world? Okay, hold on. Let me take care of that. Yeah. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, I have to put this back in. Let me see. Oh my God. Jeez, look at this. What the hell? Ah, jeez. Okay. Ah, all right. The wheel is back in. Ah, that was terrifying. Okay. I'm just sitting here minding my own business. Whoa, it's falling back in my chair, dude. Oh, and it's still bright. Ah, camera, can you turn down the brightness? Why are you so bright? Why are you so bright, big boy? You make the video so bright it hurt my eyeball. Oh man. Let me see if I can change that. Let me see if I can change that. Just sitting. It is so bright. It is going to block my vision. Oh my goodness. How did I do? Oh, configure. That was it. Configure. Brightness. Nah. It's too bright. Grr. How about right there? No, that's too dark. It's too bright, it's too dark. Make up your mind, Jacob. Look at me talking to myself in the third person. Okay, we'll leave it there. How about that? Okay. That was pretty incredible. Couple minutes there. We had a chair collapse and a camera issue. By the way, anybody that subscribes during the show gets a shout out. Gets a shout out here. Did I raise the mic volume? No, I didn't. Gets a shout out during the show. Okay, so and anybody that places an order, I guess, can get a shout out too. Francisco or Franco. Oh, what? Franco, thanks for placing an order on jacobsaquarium.com. Really appreciate it. So yeah, anybody that places an order or subscribes gets a shout out, a personal thank you from me. Okay. Oh, what just happened right now? Let me refresh the page. Okay. Anyways, this is like a comedy show. Yep. Never watched a live stream before. This is pretty cool. 11 p.m. here, and it's pitch dark outside. Whoa. You should play fish-related games on your gaming channel. That would be cool, I think, too. You know what? Let me try turning one of my lights down. Ooh, that's a little bit better. And I got these new studio lights, so they are just a little too bright. I had to adjust them. Okay, that's actually that lighting looks good. I don't look so, you know. Okay, back to the questions. I have 2 goldfish in a 15-gallon aquarium. The goldfish constantly gets fin rot. I've had them for over a year. Well, water conditions are perfectly fine. I don't know about that. If your fish are getting fin rot, your water conditions can't be fine because fin rot happens mostly due to an environment. So your water parameters can't be fine. I'd recommend testing again for ammonia, maybe finding out on that, and bacteria as well. You could have bacteria bloom in your tank as well. You just don't know. In the is the U.S. going? What is the U.S. going? Thought banning the fish hobby? They are banning wild caught and exotic fish. If our government ever tries to ban the aquarium hobby here in this country, I will be the first to go out and protest because that ain't happening. There will be too many pissed off people. They are not banning the hobby here. No way. Do you even keep fish anymore? Yes, I do. I have 30 neon tetras and autocinkless catfish. What should I do? I saw 3 white dots on my fish and she's not as active now. She's like lazier. Well, white dots could be bacteria, multitude of things. It's hard to say. It's really, really hard to diagnose problems like that through the internet. But obviously check your water parameters first. Maybe do a water change. And white spots, white spots I've heard could be bacteria, but I'm not 100%. So maybe I'm not the guy to ask about that because I don't know what disease it might be or anything. So it's really hard to say. Goldfish are dirty fish and needs lots of space. Yes, they do. Yep, I know that all too well. I had goldfish for a little bit, and they are very dirty. They produce a lot of waste. A lot of waste. Oh my God, it's almost 4 o'clock. Jeez, time is just flying by. Time is just flying by. Or as time goes by. Isn't that a song? As time goes by? I think it is. Okay, we got some shout outs to give to people. Peggers Extreme, thanks for subscribing. I really appreciate it. Fish Tropics, thanks for subscribing. I really appreciate it. And that is it for now. So yeah, if anybody subscribes during the show or places an order on the website, they get a shout out as a thank you from me. Okay, sorry. Got sidetracked. Hi, I am Korean. Oh my gosh, another country I've always wanted to visit. Always wanted to visit Korea as well. I have 2 male dwarf gouramis in an 80-liter tank with a great sump filter, and one stomach is bloated. What do you think it is? What are you feeding that dwarf gourami? That's my first question. Do you have much know-how of African butterfly fish? I'm going to buy, and I don't know how many people have kept them. I don't know much about African butterfly fish, no. My Indolecheri bear chair is swimming upside down. Oh, sorry to hear that. I'm not sure what that could be. I mean, I know that happens to goldfish when they get that bloat disease, like when they ingest too much air when they're eating. I'm not sure with bird chairs though. So Joe Laurelio. Hi, Jacob. Hey, how are you? Laterite is clay from natural riverbeds, the same as used in JB. Oh, it's clay. Okay. Um, I don't know much about that. I've never used it. It's kind of hard to say what it would do. Jacob, I'm looking to do a 120 gallon. Where would be the best place to get a 120 gallon? Petco will not honor $1 per gallon over 55 gallons. um, if you live in California, I could get a tank for you from my distributor. If you don't live in California, I'd recommend try looking for a local fish store. I mean, Petco and PetSmart, they suck when it comes to tanks, and the tanks they have are really like generic factory made tanks that are really poor quality. The glass is like super green, and it's not the best quality tanks. Um, so try a local fish store, but like I said, if you live in California, I could get you a tank. It's just we'd have to work out shipping and everything. So, oh, you live in Illinois. Okay. Yeah. Illinois. Yeah, I don't know of any too many fish stores over there. I was trying to think about fish stores in that area because I just shipped a big order to the Midwest, but I don't know. I'm sorry, but try a local fish store and see what they have. But yeah, Petco tanks, PetSmart tanks, I wouldn't recommend them. They are pretty bad. Um, Jacob, I asked a question about the Grammys, and I feed them flakes, and I am from Boncina. Heck, oh my goodness. Okay. You feed them flakes. Okay, well, I mean, I'm not sure if gouramis can get the same disease as a goldfish, like that bloat disease where they ingest too much air rather than food. But I would say that probably might be the case. So when you feed them flakes, pinch the flakes in your fingers and submerge them in the water, and then just distribute them into the water. Don't just throw the flakes on top and allow the fish to eat them from the top of the water, because that could be why the fish is bloated, because it's just ingesting too much air. So instead, just submerge them and release them directly into the water. That way, when the fish eats them, obviously, since they're underwater, there is no way to ingest air. So try that. See if that works. Can I grow baby tears in a dirted tank without CO2? Well, I wish you could. I wish, but unfortunately, no. Dwarf baby tears are very, very, very demanding when it comes to CO2, substrate, good lighting, so I would not risk it, no. I would say if you really wanted to grow them, maybe try doing a DIY CO2 thing, with yeast and sugar. That would be the easiest way to get CO2 in your tank. As far as light, if you wanted a cheaper alternative, you can try using CFL lights. Those are pretty bright, and try looking for a 6700K light. Um, but yeah, I mean, just a dirty tank without CO2 is not going to grow dwarf baby tears, unfortunately. What substrate do you recommend, fluorite or EcoComplete? Um, well, I mean, I used EcoComplete for years. It was a great substrate. It does, however, it could have snails in it. So I don't really recommend it for everybody. I mean, if you have the budget, start out with what's it called? I can't believe I can't remember the name of this. Aquasoil Amazonia from Takashi Amano. Start with that substrate if you can afford it. If you can't, I mean, you can try the Eco Complete. It is really good substrate. But just like I said, I have found snails in them before, like in the bag before I've even opened them. So, you could get a snail infestation if you use it. But, it's just a matter of trying it and see what happens, I guess. What's it like living in California? The UK is almost constantly cold, so annoying. California looks great. Hopefully, after university I can move. Um, well, California is okay, I guess. I mean, we have a lot of, well, at least where I live in Southern California. I think I live about 60 miles from LA. So I mean, like as far as things to do, like we have LA, Chinatown. There's the beach. The beach is really nice. I'd wish I would go there more often, but we live kind of too far away from it. So there's a lot of things to see. I mean, we have a lot of great hiking trails in the mountains. Big Bear, Lake Arrowhead, Mount Baldy are really great places to go hiking over here. Um, Kings Canyon as well is a really, really awesome, beautiful place. Of course, the Sequoias, Sequoia National Park. Um, and in Southern California, we're close to Vegas, so so if you like to gamble, if you like the nightlife, or you like to see other stuff for adults, I guess you could say. We're only 300 miles from Vegas, so it only takes a 3-hour drive. Well, a little over 3 hours. You can't be going 100 miles an hour. So. But yeah, we're close to Vegas. I mean, as far as all the stuff to do, I mean, I like California, but as far as like other things, like our crime rate in Southern California is very high. It's a very sort of dangerous place to live. I mean, it's not one of the safest places to live. Um, but yeah, we have a lot of stuff to do, I guess. So you have to sacrifice something for another. Am I being affected by the water shortage? Not really, no. In my apartment where I live, I actually don't have to pay for water. Our water is included in our rent already, so no matter how much water we use, we don't get charged more or less or whatever, which is absolutely awesome because since I use our water for my tanks, and sometimes I have to leave the tap running for like 3 or 4 hours sometimes to fill up my tanks. That uses a lot of water, and thankfully I don't have to pay for all that. But no, absolutely not being affected by the drought. Our water bill is included in our rent, so we don't pay extra for it. So I can use as much as I want. But of course, to do good stuff for the environment, I try to not use so much, because I realize that even though I don't pay extra for it, it's still not, it's not the most best thing to do is just to use water like there's no tomorrow. I mean, it's nice to do something green and conserve. So I try not to I try not to use too much, but when I do, I mean, since I use RO water, it's like it uses a lot. So um, you have to pay for water? No, I don't. I don't pay for water. It's included in our rent, like I said. Do you have more than two tanks? And if so, how do you operate a business out of them? No, I just have two tanks, my 50 and my 80 gallon, and that's all I use right now to stock my plants that I have for sale. As far as running a business out of these two tanks, it is very challenging. It is very, very challenging to keep enough plants in stock because the tanks are not the biggest. I mean, it's 80 and 50 gallons, but I mean, even though it sounds like a lot, it's still not enough room to house hundreds of plants to sell. I think the most I've housed in these two tanks is probably 150 plants, bundles of plants and pots and stuff. But I think any more than that would just be way too risky. But so it's challenging running a business out of them as far as keeping enough in stock for one thing. Um, and as far as maintaining them, that's another thing that's really, really challenging as well, because there are so many plants coming and going out of these tanks every single week. And anything can be on these plants. There could be algae, there could be, pests, all kinds of stuff. So that could, potentially ruin both my tanks, and I have to do something crazy to get them back to normal. Thankfully, I've been lucky. I haven't had any issues with any of the plants I've gotten from any of my distributors, but still, there's just a lot of plants coming in and out, a lot of dirt coming into the tank, so the tanks are cleaned on a weekly basis, and I clean them by stirring up the substrate and replacing about 50% of the water every time. And I use sand in these holding tanks for that reason, because planted tank substrate, gravel, anything else just gets so dirty, and it's almost impossible to clean so that these plants stay healthy while they're here. So I use sand, silica sand to be exact, and when I service them, I stir it up and clean everything really good. Like I said, change the water. So um, it's challenging just because of that fact. There are just so many things coming and going in these tanks, and you just have to really be on top of them, clean them all the time. Like even though I do maintenance once a week, I'm still doing stuff on a daily basis. Like it is daily work, trying to, or getting these tanks to, stay at their optimum levels, so I'm really on my toes, almost every day. So, I mean, in general, in America, do you have to pay for water? Generally, yes, you do have to pay for water in America. It just depends on where you live. So, hi, Jacob's Aquarium. Love your show. My question is, how would you receive a mostly melted? How how would you revive a mostly melted plant? My crypts took a serious damage due to the temp issue. How would I fix this? Well, crypts are actually known for that melting issue. Almost 100% of the plants that you buy online, including for me, um, are grown immersed, meaning they're grown in half in water and half out of water. And cryptocoryons in particular have a tougher time adjusting to growing submerged. So they do tend to melt a lot more. But here's the thing: they will melt a lot. Like you'll see a lot of the leaves fall off. You'll see a lot of the roots fall off. But as long as there's one firm, piece of the plant left, it will grow back. It will grow back because it's happened to me so many times, and they always grow back, and they always, look awesome after a couple weeks. So just give it some time. Obviously, remove all the bad leaves and stuff. Um, but just know that crypts are meant, or well, not meant, but crypts are known for melting when they're introduced into a submerged growing environment. So that's completely normal. What's your light wattage to gallon ratio? I honestly don't know. It's really hard to say because these Kessel lights that I use are LEDs, which I believe use less power. So the watts per gallon thing would be kind of funny to compare. I think it'd be either too much or too little. I don't know. But what I try to go by when somebody asks me about how much light do I need for my tank, I try to tell them that if you have a tank that is taller than 18 inches, you obviously need a really powerful fixture. If you have a tank that's 24 or higher than that, like my 50-gallon tall, you need a powerful light fixture to shine light through. Just buy a light fixture depending on the depth of your tank and how well it lights the overall area in your tank. Of course, pay attention to the power rating for the light and everything, but the watts per gallon thing that some people go by to buy the right lighting for their tank, almost 100% of the time doesn't work because it's just really hard to judge how well the light is going to work based on watts per gallon. It's much better to judge based on the par rating or just based on the light's output period, what color temperature it is, stuff like that. So instead of watts per gallon, because I think that's what you're getting at since you're asking me about mine, just consider those things instead. My internet is too bad to see the stream now. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you quit working with the old guys aquarium store? Forgot the name. The employees were a blue top. Yes, I did quit working at the store about a year ago. And I really don't like to talk about why I quit because I just don't want to get into it. But I mean, I'll just say that it was not the most friendly work environment, and I was mistreated. I was, yeah, excuse my bad language. I was not treated with any respect at all. It was not a really enjoyable place to work, which was sad because when I first started there, I was really excited because I thought it was going to be something great. I mean, here's this big store, that's been around for a while, offering me my dream job and to run a website and stuff, everything I wanted to do. And I mean, it could have been something great, but you know, when you don't okay, when you don't have somebody that's on the same page as you know, when they don't realize certain things that can make things better, or certain things that just aren't working, and instead they want you to stick to a plan that you know is just continuing to drive everything downhill, it's just not going to work. Okay. And on top of that, when I'm being mistreated, you know, by my employer, my boss, and I feel like I'm being talked down to all the time. I don't feel appreciated. I feel basically like I'm just a paycheck, you know, somebody there to just do a job and get the hell out, you know, and even do the job when it's not possible to do a certain job that I'm being asked to do. Um, it just doesn't work out, you know. So I quit because it just was not the work environment for me. And sorry, I'm trying to fix my hair as I'm talking. Um, it wasn't a good work environment for me. Neither was it for my coworkers. I mean, both my coworkers admitted to me that it was not fun working, you know, for my boss, which I thought was pretty sad. Because you know, when somebody that's new in the company, newly hired, says that, and you know, existing employees agree and say the same thing, I think that's pretty sad. But um, you know, it just isn't a great place to work, and I didn't want to have to put up with it anymore. So, I mean, I, I really wish that it would have, you know, gone a different way. Because, like I said, I mean, it could have been something great. I mean, I was gonna do a lot of things, you know, but unfortunately, it just didn't work out. So, I no longer work for that store anymore, and it's been about a year since I quit, and it's ever since I quit, it's been the best adventure ever. Because if I didn't quit that job, I wouldn't have started my own business and you know furthered Jacob's Aquarium or anything. So in a sense, it's actually a good thing that I was mistreated at my job. I was, you know, in a pretty sucky situation, I guess you could say. Because if that didn't happen, I wouldn't be here. So, you know, and in one way, it's a good thing, I guess. So, Chase Nicholson, what's your favorite fish? The Asian arowana is my favorite fish. Can I see your fish tank? Sure. You can see my fish tank. Those are my two tanks right there. My 80 gallon and then my 50 gallon right there. And you can see those beautiful Castro LEDs over them as well. I think they just look awesome. Jacob, you are back. Yep, I am back. Hi everybody, I'm back. You should show your tank. There they are. There they are, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, I think that's a pretty good thumbnail for this video, huh? I should be like, okay, quickly. Somebody take a thumbnail. Okay, ready? Here we go. Well, in Valley Exotic, I've got a new 600 gallon discus tank and wondered whether I should cycle with or without fish. I obviously wouldn't cycle with discus. So any sort of fish would you recommend for cycling? I would try doing a fishless cycle just because, you know, you won't have to stress any fish out. There are a variety of products on the market to cycle a tank without fish. One that I recommend all the time to everybody is it's called ATM Colony. It's made by it's made by Acrylic Tank Manufacturing in Las Vegas. They're the guys on that show Tanked on Animal Planet. It's a product that they make, and that's a great product to cycle a tank. So that would be one that I recommend. So it's called ATM Colony, and they make one for saltwater and freshwater tanks. So either one of those would be good. What happened to those angelfish? I gave my angelfish away to a friend, so I don't have them anymore. Will you make a tank for your own pleasure soon? I hope so. I mean, it's a lot of work, you know, maintaining these two tanks, you know, for the plants that I sell. Excuse me, sorry about that. But yeah, I mean, I would love to do just a display tank. So hopefully soon. Hopefully. When's your next fish store walkthrough? One suggestions: Jim Exotic Fish in El Segundo. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll keep that store in mind. In regards to fish store tour videos, the reason why you don't see them as often as I'd like on my channel is because when I call these stores and I ask them, hey, I make YouTube videos, and we're doing a show about uh, aquarium stores. Would you like to participate? Like, I don't say exactly that. I obviously explain things more, but business owners, for some reason, are really hesitant to say yes. Like, I don't know if they think I'm trying to scam them or something, or I don't know. But almost 100% of the time, they tell me, no, we're not interested. We don't want to do that. So the stores that have said yes and that we've done a video at, I've been very lucky, to get them to get on board with that. Um, so it's really hard to schedule one of those shoots because, like I said, almost 100% of the stores say no. But I will really do my best to try to look for some more stores and do some more because I know people really like those videos, and of course I want to do more of those videos because they're fun to do as well. So yes. When are you going to get more plants on your site? We are getting a shipment in on Monday, so that is when you can expect plants to be back in stock. I can't wait for your new shipment of plants. Also, besides Kessel, what other lights do you recommend for plants? Well, I mean, the other light that I used was the Marine Land Aquatic Plant LED. I actually have right there 2 of those on my 80 gallon. Those I'd recommend. Those are okay. I mean, they're not as bright. They're not as best. They're not as great as far as quality. Build quality, but they still grow plants fairly well. Of course, the Kessels are like the ultimate. So I'd recommend those above anything though. Are you going to post this once you're done? Yes. Every live show is automatically posted to my YouTube channel, so you should see it there. And if it's not, I'm recording it with my streaming software, so I can upload it afterwards. Bacopa crenata is a great plant to grow. Cool. I'll have to look that up. Why don't you keep Asian arowana? Well, I would love to, but here in the United States, they're actually banned. It is legal to own them in Canada, but unfortunately they are banned here in the United States. So, Jonathan Sanchez, I work for ATM. Oh, cool. Must be a fun job. Jason Woolley, what is your opinion on discus? Discus are a great fish. Very, very skittish though. So you can't have a discus tank in a really active area, not like a living room or anything. Other than that, I mean, they are really beautiful fish. They're just really expensive. So you should come to Las Vegas sometime. I I try to go as often as I can. Vegas is like my playground. I love Vegas. It just depends if I have money. Because when I go there, I almost certainly gamble. So it's it's kind of hard not to. But yeah. So the next time I have some extra money, I guess. Thanks for the entertainment, Jacob, but sorry I'm off now to go get some sleep. It's almost 11:30 here in the UK. Okay, thank you for watching. Really appreciate it. Have you ever had to rehome a fish? I had a two 28-inch plecos. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to rehome such a small market. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I personally have never had to rehome a big fish like that. But I mean, there are people out there for them. You just have to search, I guess. Uh, what's your normal camera mic's setup? Well, for my normal videos, I use. Well, I can actually show you. All right. For my normal videos, I use this camera right here. This is the Canon 70D. You can see right there. 70D. For my normal videos, I also use this microphone to record audio. This is the Rode NTG2 microphone. So I use that to record audio. So this and that camera. And then I also use a portable audio recorder. It's called the Zoom H6. And that's what I use to record audio. So I record audio separately and video separately. And then I sync them in post-production when I edit my videos on the computer. So That's what I use. Is this the first of many live shows to come? Yes. Yes. I'm going to be doing a weekly live show probably every Saturday. It's just I haven't got a schedule down. So, but I'm hoping I can do one every Saturday. I will definitely let you guys know, though, for sure. What kind of algae eaters for a 70 gallon tank do you recommend? If you have plants that are pretty hardy, that aren't small, delicate plants, I would say Siamese algae eaters are great algae eaters. If you have plants that are sensitive, though, try red crystal shrimp. Those are great algae eaters. Autosinkless catfish are great algae eaters as well. Try those because those would be good for sensitive tanks. Chase Nicholson, bye. Okay, bye. You should do this again sometime. I will. I will probably do it again next Saturday. Good late afternoon from Vancouver, Canada. Oh, awesome. Hey, Julian McKay from Vancouver. Have you ever thought about trying aquaponics with plants outside? I've seen some stuff about it, but I've never considered it myself. I mean, I'm too busy doing stuff with these tanks and inside, so haven't really tried it. You can keep baby angels in there and then move them into 200 liters aquarium when they grow bigger, but it's never good to do process yourself. Oh, okay. It's better to get an aquarium that big in preparation before buying the fish. Could you someday show your finished PC? Yes. Emmanuel Kim, I started a technology channel. The link to that channel is on my Facebook page, facebook.com/Jacob's Aquarium, and click on that link and subscribe to that channel because that's where I'm going to be posting technology videos, gaming videos and stuff. And I'm actually working on a video right now that shows my finished PC build and kind of explains stuff about it. So you'll be able to see a video about it there if you'd like to watch it. So the link is on my Facebook page, facebook.com/Jacob's Aquarium. And my new gaming tech channel is called the Tech Castro. Okay. Are you going to do live Skype calls like you used to? Yes, I will be. I'm just trying to get all this stuff set up first. I got the audio down. I got the microphone down. I just got to get Skype set up, and then I'll be able to take Skype calls. But that'll probably be on the next show. Like I'll try to get that worked out before then. So, but yes, I will be doing Skype calls. So, all right, guys, it is 4:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It is time for me to say goodbye. Goodbye for now until I see you again. Thank you guys so much for watching this live show here on Jacob's Aquarium. I will be back most likely next Saturday for another awesome live show answering your questions and hopefully taking your Skype calls as well if I can get that set up. And yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. So I had a lot of fun with this live show, guys. Thank you to everybody that has come into the chat room and talked with me today and asked questions. It's been a lot of fun. If you would like to stay up to date on these live shows, just subscribe to this channel and you'll get a notification every time I go live. And check out my other channels on my front page. I have other channels related to other things, and visit my Facebook page, Twitter. I have all kinds of links to all kinds of stuff. And of course, if you guys need plants for your aquarium, visit jacobsaquarium.com. I'm just going to do a quick speed goodbye, this is going to be my new thing where I say bye to everybody in the chat room and I say their username really fast. Okay, so here we go. Bye, Wilco, 1985, Eleventis, Mac Bizzle, JR Cooling, Austin Hill, Nick's Aquarium, Samantha Tucker, Austin Hill, Fox 56, Jonathan Sanchez, Garvin, Paul Riggers, Pickers Extreme, Jamie Kim, Chase Nicholson, Climber 78, Elvin Denman, Raul Reyes. Yay, did it. All right, guys, I will see you later. Have fun with your tanks, everybody. I love you guys so much. And we'll see you next time, okay? Adios, everybody.